Greetings and welcome to Kerbal Space Program version 0.21. I am Sword and I'm going to give you a tour of the new version. So this is the first time I start up the game. Let's go right ahead. Start new game. This one's going to be called YouTube. Today I'm going to give you a quick tour of the new features in the new version. The first one we see right here, a new space center. I'm sure you have all heard of this. You can move around the flight scene and look at all the new buildings. There's only one really new one, this one, astronaut complex. Otherwise the buildings are what they used to be, just look a lot prettier. So let's take a look at the astronaut complex. So here we have our crew. We have our 3 available crewmen, same as always, and we have applicants we can assign to our space program. So yeah, let's take a few. Do we have anyone that looks promising? Sheen, Melbury, this guy. Yeah, they're ready for mission. Close, and I'm also going to introduce myself properly once we are done with the most important parts, which is this right here. New stuff. New interior for the VAB. We have a new part, the hexagonal probe core from the mod Kerbal Space Program expansion stock parts, or whatever it was called. I must say this new VAB looks amazing, and according to the devs, this should not be more resource intensive than the old one. And yeah, here we can see a few new parts. A small engine, which we're not going to use. Small radial engines, which I'm sure will be useful. Yeah, nice. And what else do we have? Oh, what's this? Fuel tank. A new smallest fuel tank. Yes, I approve. Also, small probe-sized RCS tank, always nice, and bigger monopropellant tanks, radial monopropellant tanks. There's a lot of good stuff here. Sure, I'm missing something. Yeah, the new SAS system, we're gonna have to go through this. This is called an inline reaction wheel now. It uses electric charge, inline advanced stabilizer. Yes, very good. Any new structure parts? Yes, we do. New adapter. I'm sure I'm missing a few things. New larger battery and a new smaller battery. This is the kind of stuff people used to make themselves by editing the settings file, but now they're stock. Also radial xenon tanks. How do they compare to the old one? A little over half size, but that's good. Radial, it gives us more options. Good, more new parts. Let's make a craft. Just gonna make a basic. Actually, no. Let's just use a stock one. Kerbal 2. Is this new? Yes, this one is new. Good. And we can now take a look at the craft, crew file, and let's see, parts with crew capacity. Yeah, we have already loaded the crew, but I don't want Jeb on this one, so let's load Melbourne instead. This is easy. Good. Let's take it for a spin, which will allow me to demonstrate another feature, which is the end flight system. We can also fly over the space center to take a closer look. Let's try out the SAS. Oops. So this is very handy. You keep you keep the ASAS on, and you can still fly the rocket around. Oh, well, that's not a very long flight. Yeah, you should try this yourself. The new SAS system is simply amazing. So, if I try to end flight now, well, first of all, there's no end flight button. You can go to Space Center, which is red, or revert flight. What happens if you press Space Center? You can't, you are in flight. Yeah, so this probably will do the same as end flight. It will just remove this and its crew from flight, which is not what we want. Because these guys, well, they're our crew now, so we're gonna take care of them. Let's time warp this thing down to the ground, and I'll show you something in the tracking station in a few seconds here once we get down. Here. So now we can go to Space Center. Loading. And tracking station. Now we have our craft and a new button. Recover. You can't even end flight, you can recover it, which means that the craft is not destroyed, it's removed, but the crew is placed back in the astronaut campus, back in the list. They should be, yep, they're here, available and not assigned. Back in the roster. Good. Have I missed anything? Yes, I have missed something. Terrain changes to, well, it's easier through the tracking station, I suppose. Terrain changes to several bodies. First of all, Kerbal. Can't really tell from map view, but mountains and shorelines, I've been told, are changed to be more dramatic. Also, the Mun, as you all heard, full of craters, which are not just cosmetic, it's actual three-dimensional craters on the surface. So landing there should be more interesting. Almost nothing new. Duna? Possibly, well, I don't know. I think Duna, Eve, and Moho have gotten the same treatment as Kerbal. We're gonna find out later in the series, of which this is the first episode. So, yeah, that's more craters, isn't it? Yeah, this looks fresh. So yeah, we're gonna start a new series. I'm going to start a new series. On this channel, I will be doing a grand tour in the stock Kerbal space program. This is the first episode, an introduction. I will also introduce me. My name is Sword, aka Simon. And I've been playing Kerbal space program for almost a year. And it's time to show off to the world what I have learned and share whatever you want me to share. I hope that you may consider subscribing or telling people if you think this is worth your time. And I hope to see you here next time. Bye!